Hey guys, it's Andrea with No Bucks Given, and today is going to be a weekly check-in. I'm a little overdue with this one, but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get you zoomed in, and then we'll go ahead and review the expenses. If you're new, hello, welcome. So glad that you are here. This is just me going over my transactions that I had from June 1st through the 11th. So I don't anticipate there being any spending today, but if there is, I'll just be reflected in the next weekly check-in. But I'll go ahead and get you zoomed in, and then we'll get started. Be right back. And we are back. Again, if you are new, this is a spending tracker template that I found on the Printable Plans over on Etsy. If you are interested in this sheet, it will be linked in the description below. So let's get it started. What I'll do is I'll write down the date of the transaction, the description, and what envelope or sinking fund it was withdrawn from, the amount spent, and then whether or not it was with cash or card. Okay, this one's gonna be quite the doozy. On 6/1, I wanted a snack, and so per usual, I went and got myself a piece of Mexican bread. That one came out of food, and that one was an easy $3. This particular place takes cash only, so it was with cash. Next was I was not in the mood to make anything for dinner, so I asked Jake if we can have McDonald's for dinner. It doesn't, I think it's been happening more recently, I'm just not in the mood, or I'm just burnt out from like a work day of me not wanting to cook anything or make anything. So that one was with cash, and so he was on board with it, thankfully. I mean, we could have probably not eaten out. It was just one of those days, I guess. The next day I wanted to get another snack, so I went and got myself another piece of Mexican bread. This time I did not bring back Jake anything because he didn't want anything. Usually I'll get 2 pieces and then he'll get 1 or 2 pieces, but this time it was just me. So that one was just $2, and that was with cash. And then same day we went to the grocery store, so we went to Kroger, and this one was a little bit of food and miscellaneous, nothing crazy. But for actually, you know what I forgot to do, it was supposed to be down here. So for food was $27, and then for the miscellaneous spending it was $13. That one, I believe I gave Jake cash for that one, so I'm just gonna write it down as cash. But yeah, just a easy peasy grocery, little grocery haul. I think we might have made sliders again. I think this was us wrapping up the leftovers of that of the sandwich meat that we had from camping from Memorial Weekend. So we finished up the rest of it with making more sliders because they have been hitting the spot lately. But we already finished up the sandwich meat, so all done. Next was on the 6th. Funny story, one of our coworkers has been trying to become a notary for, I think he said like 6 years. I don't know why it's taken him so long, but it was a very exciting moment for our team. And so he is such a hard worker, and I thought it would be very fitting for him to get a gift card for a coffee shop. He is a caffeine fiend, and so I got him a Starbucks gift card for $25, and it was just a funny, haha, you became a notary, it took such a long time, and he's such a good sport about it. He would deal with us teasing him all the time about him not being a notary, but to be fair, he also has a lot on his plate, so for him to take the time to go through the steps of being a notary, I'm sure it was just like he had no time at all. He wears 2 hats in our group, and so yeah, but he actually is a notary now, so we wanted to celebrate, and I wanted to get him a Starbucks gift card. So that's coming out of the Christmas/gift sinking fund. Next is the even more fun stuff. I paid my ER bill. I made a payment. Right now I am on a payment plan, and so that one comes out of medical, and that is a whopping $435. and that was with the card. And then same day, I made a payment for my endoscopy that I had done on, endoscopy, medical. I made a payment towards that, and that one was $50, and that was also a payment plan. So both of them are 0 interest, and so what I wanted to do was I wanted to not pay them out in full because I wanted to keep some money in my high yield savings account in case of something else were to pop up. And so right now they're just both on payment plans. The medical or the endoscopy one's going to take a little bit while longer to pay off, but with the ER one they wouldn't take anything less than this $435 amount. So this one should be done in like 2 or 3 more payments. I can't remember, but almost done with that one. And then same day, Jake had a migraine, and I did not have any pain meds, or we ran out of pain meds. So we went to Rite Aid and we got a little baby stock of Excedrin. So that one was $6.18, and that one was also with the card. And then the next day was the prom, was the 2000s prom, and so we had a little bit of running around to do. But what I had to do first was I had to go to Michael's to get a ink pad. What I had gifted our friends for their wedding back in March was like a decorative marriage certificate, because technically her dog was her dog of honor, but for legality purposes we needed a human to sign off on the actual marriage certificate. And so I made a decorative one where we can get the dog's paw print on the certificate. So I just needed to go get an ink pad, and so for that one I just took it out of gift. It could have been out of miscellaneous or whatever, but I just took it out of the gift/Christmas fund. So that one was $4.99. He was not cooperative when we did the certificate on the Sunday after this day, but it turned out cute. We're really happy with it. And then I had to go to oh, you know what? There's another one I didn't get in here, but that's fine. I needed some random hair accessories, so I went to Ulta. That is coming out of the self-care sinking fund, or my, separate spending account. And I got some, besides the hair clips, I think I also got some finishing or setting spray for my makeup. So that one was with the card. One more thing on here that I don't think that I don't know why this one didn't. Was it the Jake that bought it? Or was it me? Whose card did we use? Let me make a space for this one. On 6/8, the next day, when we went to go to our friend's house to finish up the marriage certificate to get their dog's paw print on there, we went to go get breakfast beforehand, and it was delicious. I loved it. And surprisingly enough, I'm not much of a breakfast person. This one was $22. I'm not much of a breakfast person, but it was slapping. It was really, really good that day. Okay, so on 6/7, we also went to TJ Maxx, and I know that my top was only $9.99. I just needed a top. I needed a 2000s looking top, and I found one at TJ Maxx. I actually found a lot. There was a Von Dutch crop top with rhinestones on it. I did not go with that one, even though it screamed 2000s. I went with a different top. It was like this cute little like green crop top. But the only thing I don't remember is if it was me that paid or if it was Jake that paid. Either way, what I'll do is when it comes to the budget, I'll see where it came out of, because the only thing I'm thinking of is either way, it would have been out of personal, and that one would have been with, if it was Jake that did it, it would have been cash. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that, I think it was Jake that used his card for it, and then I just gave him cash afterwards. But either way, that's the spending from the 1st of June until the 11th. I don't know why I missed that one. So in one of my previous videos, I talked about how I track my spending. I really tried to do it the day of all the spending that I did, or at least within 2 days. And because this past weekend was insanely busy, clearly I did not do it within 2 days. And this is why, for me, it's important to at least do the tracking the day of or within the next 2 days. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll get you guys zoomed out, and we will take a look at the binder to see what cash is available to roll over into one of our savings challenges. So I will be right back. Okay, we are back. So it did come out of personal, and Jake did. Jake did get it. So I asked him really quickly off camera while I was doing the little transition, and yeah, so he got the cash. Nothing for food. Date night, this is gonna be rolled over because I think I need one more week or one more paycheck to get a decent roll in order for us to go on that surprise thing I want to do for Jake. So that's gonna be rolled over. Next is home. So home, I'm pretty positive what I did was I used some of this money for savings challenges, but I have $5. Nothing for personal. Again, same thing. The money that I don't have in the binders, it's either going towards expenses or transactions, or it's going to fund my savings challenges. Miscellaneous, I have $2 left over, so I basically almost wiped out everything and didn't have any rollover other than the date night and the $7 that I have here. Nothing for Jake. This one I'm just starting over. This one is for his birthday next year. I just restarted it, so we're slowly growing that one. And then this is the money that I will be using to reallocate back into my variable expenses once I get paid. And then these are the finished savings challenges. So I have $7 that I get to save with, and because I missed it last week, I'm going to put it towards Mind Your Business. I would like to do a decent save with this one, just because this one's not going to get lost in the lineup because I really do like this challenge. I just had like quite a bit of spending over the past couple weeks, but $7 is $7, and because Bunny Box is almost done for the month of June, I'm not too worried about that one. So that one will just continue on as normal. But that's all I have for today, friends. So sorry about me forgetting about a transaction. I don't think you guys would care that much, but if anything, hopefully it just helps to remind everybody that if you would like to track your spending, to make sure you do it within an appropriate amount of time where you don't forget what happened or who. My memory, it's not the best, but I try. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye.